Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Rose Thorn here. So, I have posted two reaction videos to two of Foodie's live streams today. And Foodie is still doing another live stream, but I took a look through it. I really didn't see anything react worthy. She's just sitting around and doing nothing. So, I went to her community post because that's always entertaining, more so than her live streams. And I saw this community post, which had a lot of very funny responses. And it also has to do with something that happened in her rage stream last night. So, for those of you that saw my reaction video to the rage stream, then you know that, like, near the last part of the rage stream, somebody donated money to Foodie Beauty, and she actually had the gall to complain that instead of giving her a super chat, they should have sent the money to her PayPal. Apparently now, Foodie has a PayPal account, and she doesn't want anybody to give her super chats because A, she has to wait an entire 2 months to get that money, and B, because whenever a person sends a super chat, YouTube takes 30% of that right off the top. So there she is, someone that makes $12,000 a month, allegedly, and she's complaining about not only the amount of money she gets, but how people are paying her, even though all she's been giving for the past year is garbage content. So I want to read the community post and all of the responses to it because a lot of them are pretty funny. So Foodie Beauty says, okay, who sent $1.95 to my PayPal after last night's discussion about my value? Come on now, LOL. You know, Foodie, considering how little effort you've been putting into your channel and your content, I think $1.95 is way too much. I think somebody way overpaid you because you're not even giving $1.95 worth in content these days. So here are the responses. Sierra Stone says, is she seriously complaining that someone's hard-earned money wasn't enough money? And it's so serious that she had to put it in her community posts? OMG, you're not worth a returnable can. Oh, Lord. Oh, we've already gotten the party started with this, haven't we? Right off the top. Yeah, you know what? The gall of Foodie Beauty, the gall of her, the audacity. This woman makes more in a month than most see in 6 months. And here she is trying to dictate how much money people give her, even though she has done nothing in the way of earning her money or even creating content. So if y'all think back to the good old days when Foodie Beauty actually made edited content, she was perfectly content to get super chats and stuff for her live streams. When she first started her live streaming, she was perfectly content with that. And then after she live streamed for a while, and the super chat started to dry up because she was just live streaming way too much and people just couldn't donate every day, that's when she came up with the idea of doing the memberships because that was guaranteed money in pocket. So she did the membership thing. That's been going on for a while. And now that a lot of people are canceling their memberships because they just simply had enough of her nonsense, now she's come up with the next idea to make money, and that's to have PayPal accounts so that people can funnel their money to her and she gets it immediately. So she went from a place of making edited videos, making plenty of money from them, to doing live streams and getting super chat money, to memberships, and now she's so desperate for money that she's practically begging people to send her money through PayPal. 12 grand a month, and this is what she's reduced to, just begging for money through PayPal. Tutoro says $1.95 is super generous. You should be paying them to thank them to even consider you. Yeah, I know. Like all the people that go to her channel, the subscribers, the VIPs, the people that put money in pocket to fund this fabulous lifestyle of Foodies, you guys don't even get videos in return. She can't even take 15 minutes out of her day to make a decent video. You know, she wants to call herself a content creator, but she really doesn't create anything. She just turns on her camera and puts her face in it and eats. That's pretty much it. And her content is garbage. It's boring. And she expects people to just give her money. Usually the way it goes, Foodie, if people pay you for something, it's because you're giving them something in return. And you have not been giving anybody anything. So next comment, Irish Wench says, your friend is in serious trouble. I can't say the word in the post. It's, I don't know if YouTube monetization will allow it, but your friend is in trouble, left alone in a house without anything or anyone, and you're crying over that buck tooth abuser. Incredible. Yeah, she is. So she did her rage stream last night after Pete did his video, which was a cry for help. She raged at everybody because everybody was basically pushing back against her. And the two streams she did today that I've already covered, it was all about her and Natter and the problems between them. And honestly, nobody gives a flip. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about her and Natter right now. Nobody gives a crap. But to divert attention away from the whole Pete situation, she had to put the spotlight back on her and Natter. So she was over there crying, boo-hooing, oh, he doesn't love me, da-da-da-da-da, all the same stuff we've heard before. Yeah, like she was really putting on the fake phony waterworks, trying to get that sympathy and get those sympathy super chats. Uh, Natter 4.0 says, LOL, she had to one-up Pete's, of course. Yeah, and it, that's crazy. Pete did his video, he was sincere. He wasn't being fake and phony with what he was doing. He didn't do it for drama. He wasn't doing it for money. He was just simply saying to everybody, this is where I'm at. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a really hard time. I feel alone, and I don't know how much longer I can go on like this. And this is something that he's never done before. He's never done this before. Whereas Foodie does drama every time, every day, right? So he put out that video, his cry of help, and I'm sure Foodie was all kinds of ticked off because I'm sure she was planning to do edited videos for Natter that day and more garbage content. And the fact that Pete spoke up and said, I'm having a hard time over here. I'm in serious trouble emotionally and mentally. I'm sure she was ticked that she couldn't just do her normal, lazy schedule of things. And she had to actually act, at least, like a decent human being and act like she cared about somebody and be anywhere besides a trap house. I'm sure she's angry that she can't be with Natter right now. She's spending time at the villa with the cats, with Pete. I know she's not 100% happy with that. She'd rather be over there with Natter, but just to look good for her audience, she's got to put the time in. She's got to take the L and act at least like she cares. Next comment. Irish Wench says, let's see. Oh, there's all kinds of comments here. Okay. Langley says, that's pretty good. You can buy Natter a piece of fruit to make one of those smoothie things you love so much. That will make him happy. Yeah, $1.95. One piece of fruit is all you're going to get for $1.95. One piece of fruit, one smoothie. That's all you get for $1.95. Hey, but it's a free piece of fruit, so hey, no hate. This hug box smells like, I don't know if I could say that word. Honestly, you're lucky people are sending any money at all. Yeah, true. She's lucky that people are sending her money because she's really not doing anything to earn the money, is she? Not doing any videos, not sitting down and coming up with different topics and different content. She's lucky that she's still on YouTube and she's able to make money because she's definitely not earned it in the past year. She literally took a year's vacation away from creating anything. And for a year, she got away with it. People are at the point where they're saying, you know what? The vacation's over. You need to start doing content again. You need to give us some quality again because we're barely hanging on by a thread. The VIBs are tired of her ungrateful, selfish attitude. They're tired of the garbage content. They're tired of hearing about Natter. They're tired about the drama around Natter. They're sick of it all. And as from a reactor standpoint, I can say that I'm sick of it all too. I'm sick of it. You know, how many times can I say the same things about the same things before it becomes boring? I would rather talk about other things, interesting things that we haven't discussed 1,000 times before. But I'm a reactor to Foodie, so I react to what she does. And unfortunately, for me, for the audience, the variety of things that she does is not huge. It's not, there's not a big variety of things to talk about, which is not my fault. It's her fault because she's the one making the content that I react to. Uh, our girl's favorite orange chicken says $1.95. They paid retail. You're more after Christmas Walmart clearance. That's a good one. Jada follows that up with even cheaper if you steal her from Walmart. Oh God, the roasting continues. Our girl says, "Can I just fish her out of the dumpster?" Julie says back, "Dumpsters have more worth." Yeah, they do. They serve a valuable purpose. They hold all the trash in one place so it can go to the landfill. Allie says, "Someone who probably has an actual job and doesn't sell their dignity on live streams." Yeah, so Foodie, she says YouTube is her job, but by the way she behaves with her channel, you would never know. You would never know it's her job. Because when you have a job, you look at it from a responsible point of view. You put the time in, you get the work done, you do quality work. So she doesn't treat it like a job. And she doesn't respect the people that are paying her, that are providing that paycheck. She just makes a practice of trying to figure out what she can get away with as far as her audience and trying to do as little as possible. If she were in a regular workplace, she would be that person who works at the company who's always screwing off and trying to give work to other people rather than doing it herself. She would be that coworker that everybody at the company just dreads working alongside because they know if they're put on a project with her that they're going to do most of the work. She's that kind of person. She's that kind of person. Meredith Grimm says, her videos today were 100% about sympathy. This has nothing to do with Natter and everything to do with her attention complex and ego. She'll be back with Natter tonight and call you all idiots for caring tomorrow. Yep, we know her. We know her schedule, don't we? We know her personality. We know her personality. Because again, the whole thing last night with Pete's, that takes precedence. But she did a rage stream and got everybody mad at her. And today's streams were all about who? They were about her and Natter. They were about her and Natter. Absolutely about her and Natter. Very little talk about Pete's. Very little talk. She's at home right now. She's doing a stream. Cats are there. I really didn't see Pete's. But what she's doing right now in that boring stream is damage control. Everybody's been on her behind and saying, you need to spend more time at home. You need to spend more time with your cats. You need to take care of your cats. You need to clean the house. So that live stream is basically some of what people have been asking her to do that as an adult, she should do anyway. But she only does it if she feels pressured. And right now she does feel pressured because in the rage stream, she was blocking people left and right. And a lot of people were angry and they were canceling their memberships. So the stream that she just did, the grilled cheese one, if we're going to be honest, that was basically an oh shit stream, like freaking out on the inside because she raged out. She went off on people. That means some of the money went away. She needs every penny she can get her hands on. So she's trying to do damage control. She's trying to rebuild her image temporarily by showing the likable Foodie versus the unlikable Foodie. Karate Joe. Oh my God, that's Karate Joe. Is that really him? I don't know. I don't think that's really him, but Karate Joe says someone who severely overestimates your worth. Yeah, $1.95. You're overestimating Foodie. You're putting too much value on her. I wouldn't give her $1.95. I wouldn't give her anything. Not at all. Peachy Arsenic says, can't complain when you produce dollar menu content. Be happy you even got that much. You know, Peachy, I wouldn't even call it dollar menu content. I wouldn't even call it dollar menu content because something on a dollar menu means there's a little bit of effort put behind something to give somebody something. She hasn't given her audience anything. She hasn't given her audience anything. Turning on a camera requires no effort. Turning on a camera and talking and eating, there's no work involved. So it's not even dollar menu. It's not even dollar menu. A dollar menu would be a major step up for her. Carrie Gen X says, e-beggars can't be choosers. I know. If you're online and you got a PayPal account and you want people to give you money, you can't choose what they send you. And if you got 10 to 12 grand a month and you are reduced to basically begging on PayPal, you can't choose what people send you. Maybe if you're making 10, 12 grand a month and it's not enough, maybe you should budget your money a little bit better, Foodie. You think? Just budget your money better. Don't spend so much on green and food and expensive food for Natter's cooking videos and you'll be all right. Insane Wall Street Bets Trade says, you got $2 for doing nothing and you're complaining, good grief. I know. Most people would say, thank you. Thank you for the $2. Not Foodie. She's over there trying to dictate to people not only what they give her, but where they give it to her. Now super chats are not good enough. Now she wants the money put directly into her pocket. She wants to go above YouTube and get the money right away because money does burn a hole in her pocket. The more you give her, the more she's going to spend. And it never goes into positive places. Chantal's Untouched. I'm cracking up over the name. Chantal's Untouched Boobs says, I wonder if these are the quality PayPal shout outs one can expect from you. Yeah, right? Somebody giving her money and she puts them on blast for giving her money? Who does that? I'll tell you who does that, Foodie. Miss One says, you have to admit that's funny. Yeah, it is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Look at My Body says, so where should we send you the screenshots of Natter talking to us on Facebook? You know, I don't know if he talked to anybody on Facebook, so I don't know. I don't know how to reply to that. Jasmine Juarez says, in all seriousness, it is not Chantal's responsibility to be Pizza's carer or be there for him 100% of the time. She is an adult that can do whatever and date whoever she wants. The end. You know, I will slightly agree and disagree with you. Chantal's an adult. Pete is an adult. It's not her responsibility to mother him for the rest of his life. It's not her responsibility to just pay his way for the rest of his life. But since they've been friends since high school, knowing how he is, knowing that he suffers from depression, knowing that he is introverted, knowing that she's got plans to move in with Natter, or she's trying to move in with Natter, or trying to pursue a relationship with Natter on a friendship level, knowing these things about him, knowing that he listens to her, the right and decent thing to do, if she wanted to move out of the villa and go be with Natter full time, out of respect for Pete's and their friendship, what she could have done was take the time to help Pete's by saying, hey, let's go for a drive, or hey, let me help you find a job. And that way you've got some money in your pocket. Help him find a life outside that bedroom. to where he can stand on his own 2 feet. And he's not going to be in the state of mind that he's in right now. But Foodie has been so caught up in herself that, she lives her life through filters. And because she does, she assumes that everything is fine, everything is fine. Because as long as everything's fine, then that means she has nothing to worry about and she has no responsibilities. Everything's fine, everything's fine. Pizza's fine, the cats are fine. Cats are not fine. Pizza's not fine. The reality is nothing is fine. But she doesn't want to admit that because if nothing's fine, that means she's got work to do and she doesn't want to do that. But Pizza's not her son. She's not obligated to take care of him for the rest of his life until the day he dies. But as a friend, on a friendship level, she could have realized that his introvertedness, his depression is serious and try to help him through it. And if she can't, if it's above her head, try to help him get in contact with people that can help him so that he can have a life beyond his bedroom. Because that little shell that she sort of helped create for him, it's a bad place to be. There's no room in there for change, for growth, for life, for happiness. It's just him in his room hiding from the world. He's gotten too comfortable in that bedroom, way too comfortable. That's become his safe space. But that safe space is also suffocating him, and he needs to find a way out. Next comment. Jupiter Corey says, by the way, Chantal, your mental health is no one's responsibility. Exactly the same way how you said about Pete's. Right. Great comment. So here's Chantal going online, doing her live streams, complaining to everybody about, I'm not in a great place right now. I've got mental problems of my own, blah, blah, blah. So here she is bringing her stuff to us, telling us she's got mental, emotional problems. She's got all kinds of stress. She dumps all that on the audience. But what can the audience do? But yet she's free to have her place to vent. Unfortunately, Pete really doesn't have anyone to talk to. He doesn't have anyone to vent to. He doesn't have anyone to help him work through his issues. He's relied solely on Chantal for all of his interaction. And long ago, Pete used to go to counseling, but then Miss Foodie over there, she ran up all his credit cards. She ran them all the way up, and she never paid down the debt. So Pete had to stop going to counseling because of that. He was going, but then she started using his cards, to pay for some of her mukbangs, and she never paid him the money back. So he essentially had to stop the one thing that was helping him. And his health has been suffering ever since. Next comment. Jessica Hill says, you do realize people do not have to send you money, right? She realizes that, but she doesn't care. She's of the honest opinion of herself that her presence on YouTube is so valuable that people should just be happy that she shows up and puts her face in the camera. And that's all she has to do is just show up and put her face in the camera, and all of us should just be happy with that. Next comment. Finney says, let me see. Both my cats require vet care. One with kidney disease, one with heart disease. Finn, I am so sorry you're dealing with that. I know that's really hard to watch your pets suffer. And I'm sure financially it's tough. I am just now starting to recover financially after losing my job during the vid. Let me just get my calculator out to see how much money I will send to you PayPal, Chantal. See, right there, Chantal. There's a lot of people that are struggling a lot more than you. A lot more. They are struggling. They've got a lot more serious issues than you. If all you have to worry about is how much money you're going to spend at the green store or how much money you're going to spend on food, you don't have real problems. There's a lot of people in the world right now that don't have rent money. They're several months behind in their rent. They're several months behind in their bills. They're wondering what they're going to eat tomorrow, where they're going to live tomorrow. And you have the nerve to be on YouTube making the money that you do and complain about anything on behalf of all the people that have real jobs and real lives that they're doing all they can to survive. On behalf of all those people, I say this to you. Shut up. Just shut up. Scout M says, you deserve nothing except to have rotten tomatoes thrown at you like the town embarrassment. Whoever sent that should demand their money back. Well, they sent that money to be a troll, and it obviously worked. Pick Me Princess of Ottawa says, you're the dollar menu kind of girl. Own it. Yeah, go ahead and own it. Pika Pika says, be grateful someone sent you anything at all after last night. Yeah, she should be grateful. The way she treats her VIBs, she should be very grateful that people are still paying attention to her. Her behavior last night was atrocious. Atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Now, I'm of the opinion, you guys, that, Foodie was over there saying that she had an abusive relationship with Natter. But look at it from this perspective. Foodie and her VIBs are also in an abusive relationship. She's abusive to her own audience. I mean, she's nice to him for a minute, and then she rages out. She takes out her anger on people. She lashes out. She insults them. She verbally abuses them. And then the next day, she's all apologies. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to treat you that way. And then the people that she abuses, they come right back and go, it's okay. We forgive you. We still believe in you. And then it happens again. What is that if not an abusive relationship? With a person who is hurtful, they hurt you, and then to keep hurting you, they apologize for the minute you believe in them, and then it just starts all over again. So the VIBs and Chantal, they're all just involved in this abusive online relationship that just doesn't make any sense. Chan's Juicy Tarot says, Chantal, humbled yourself. That person who sent the $1.95 could be a person in college barely getting by who wanted to show you support. Just like I did sending over 70 quid in super chats. I'm not having a go, but be grateful for people's generosity. Yeah. I mean, anybody that sends a super chat, you don't know what their situation is. Not everybody can give the big super chats. People give what they can. And even if it's 50 cents, it's still 50 cents more than what you had. So, Chantal should look at it like that versus, well, that super chat was too small. I don't want it. Well, you know what? If you don't want it, somebody else will. Tracy says, is this a thank you? Girl, you are begging for money every time you turn your camera on. People that give you money actually earn it. Right. Chantal basically lives by her handout. She's always got her handout. Give me something. Give me money. Give me super chats. Buy my memberships. Give me money. That's her attitude. I don't care about you. Just give me money. And she's lucky that she makes the money that she does. Emily Robb says, you do understand that the more you do this with the breakup, crap talking about him, then going back to him and raging, because your members are frustrated at you for going back to a man that, in your words, treats you like crap, never stands up for you, degrades you, cheats on you, and so on. You are driving those nails in the coffin that is your channel. People will only go around in these cycles so many times before they check out. Yep. We're already at the point with a lot of people, VIBs, viewers, reactors. She keeps doing the same crap over and over that everything she does, we're already familiar with it. We can almost predict what she's going to do next based on the way she behaves. We are already familiar with all of her tricks, all her lies, all her manipulation. We are so familiar with this. There's no surprises with Foodie. She has like the same toolbox of things that she does for money, for attention, and we're familiar with everything in that toy box, with that toolbox. We're familiar with everything. And that's why the reactors can call her out so much, because she's a creature of habit. She does the same things repeatedly. Real in the Can says, Did you really leave your friend in trouble to go pleasure Natter twice, as you said, and not get any? Did you take your teeth out? Oh my, that's a personal question. I don't know if I want to touch that. To answer your question, Real, in the react that I did, she did mention that she, how can I say this nicely? That she pleasured Natter twice. So yeah, she did. She pleasured him twice. Not that anybody needed to know that. I mean, she could have left that out of the live stream. We really didn't need to know that, but just for confirmation, she said she did. Bridget W says, $1.95 sounds like they overpaid. They did. Beezer Beauty says, at least they think you're worth $1.95. Lucas says, if you don't like $1.95, get a job, you will get more. Ungrateful. Yep. You don't like $1.95, work for minimum wage, Foodie. You'll get more than $1.95, but then again, you gotta work. You gotta work. Truth D says, just go out on a street corner and panhandle. It's basically what you're doing now. Yep, agreed. Laura H says, $1.95, perfect amount for off-brand soap. Hint, hint. You know, Foodie doesn't really need soap. She's got all that stuff from is it Lush? All those bath bombs. She could use those. She's got those stockpiled. Zoe W says, stop complaining about only getting $1.99. It's still money. FFS. You're getting greedy and it's cringy, ma'am. Yeah, it is getting cringy. I think it's embarrassing. If you come on camera and you say that you make thousands of dollars a month, and yet you still have the gall to beg for more, and you're trying to dictate to people how and where they should send the money. And it's even more embarrassing when you know you're not doing anything to earn that money. You're just straight up asking for the money for no reason. Yeah, somebody's saying that's all you're worth. Jessica says, honestly, 99 cents is generous for you. Be grateful. Bentley says, what? You can't send 1 penny? Well, there goes my smart idea. No, you can't send 1 penny because PayPal, they got to take a little bit, and a little bit has to be there for them to take. So as funny as it would be to send 1 penny, you just can't do that. Me oh my says, of course you would be about the amount. Don't send her a penny. Diane F says, put Natter in a suit, find your organ grinder in the tin cup. I swear you'll make more money. I don't know about that. I don't know. LV says, such a scammer. You should be ashamed. Majan Smith Black says, this is pitiful. I can't believe this right here at Christmas time. You know, that kind of slipped my mind. The fact that it is Christmas time. This is a time of year when people need their money, not only for bills, but buying presents and stuff for loved ones. And Foodie knows that. And here she is begging for money at a time when people need it the most. You know, that's how greedy she is. Like during the holiday season, she just leave people alone. They need their money, but she's determined to just get it any way she can. JC says, you open comments for money. You know, today was all for PayPal attention. Sadly, and you block honesty. Hope you and Pete get true help. Everyone in life can better themselves. Well, that's a positive comment, I guess, but we are talking about Foodie, so I doubt that's going to happen. Christy says, this is likely just a reminder for her loyal subjects to tithe to their queen and PayPal her more money. Tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke. Yeah, exactly. Tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke. Well, if somebody's making 12 grand a month is insisting on PayPal, then you know they're broke. They have to be. Next comment. Let's see. Rose says, seriously, after all that's gone on, and this is what you post, still thinking about how to get your hands on other people's money. She never stops thinking about that. She's always thinking of ways to get money from people. Seriously, that's how she spends her time. She's not eating. She's trying to figure out devious ways to get people's money. Sierra Stone says she'd rob a beggar. She would. She absolutely would. I wouldn't put it past Foodie. And next comment. Let's see, looking for a good one. Somebody's, did she dirty delete one of her streams? Maybe she dirty deleted the raid stream. I don't know. I have to go check. Lay says, really promoting this PayPal, huh? Money must be low. Oh, yeah. Because all of us YouTubers, there's still a week left before we get paid. So she must be very broke. She's looking for any money she can scrape by with until she gets her next check. You know, Chantal, I'm telling you, money just slips through her fingers. It burns a hole in her pocket. The first week or 2 weeks after pay, she's got money, but the third week, it starts to get lower. The last week, she's broke. So she's broke right now. Very, 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 very broke. Millie says it's way too much for you. Somebody calling her ungrateful. Somebody calling her a scammer. Let's see. So that's it for the comments. And it looks like Chantal went through and deleted a lot of stuff, but yeah. So that was the community post with all the different comments of, you know, Chantal e-begging over there shamelessly, even though it is freaking Christmas time and people need their money, Foodie. They need their money for their relatives and their bills and all that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react commentary video on the community post. If you have, please like and subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. Hope you guys have a most pleasant evening. Please take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye now.